Hi, welcome to the My Reader Minutes. Thank you for stopping by. For those that are new here, welcome. To all my new subscribers, thank you for joining me on my journey. I'm only going to be here for a short minute, a short My Reader Minute. It looks like Diddy's lawyers are trying to change the narrative of Diddy and Cassie's relationship. So it looks like it's talks. Now, I don't know how true this is either. Allegedly, Diddy's thinking about or told his lawyers that he is suing Cassie because people have the wrong impression of the relationship that him and Cassie had. And she wasn't this vulnerable woman coerced or manipulated or made to do anything that she did not want to do. As a matter of fact, he says that she oftentimes called ex-workers herself because that's what she wanted. This is what they are trying to run with, as if Cassie was his Ghislaine. So you mean to tell me, and just correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, that Cassie wanted to be under the influence of some type of substance, illegal substance? That's what she wanted. She wanted to be in these particular situations for days on end and not remember any of it. This is something that she wanted, but she didn't want to remember any of it. Okay. Yeah, come again. Okay. This is my synopsis. Okay. This is what I think happened. I think in the beginning, it wasn't as, and this is just me speculating. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? She was pretty young when she started dealing with Diddy, right? She was like about 19 years old. So she was still pretty much a child. And she was in awe of being around him. I'm sure she was in awe that he was, took to her like he did. She was in all of the lifestyle because, I feel like the lifestyle itself can be pretty addictive. You have all these lavish things, people at your every, you know, beck and call type thing. You can get accustomed to living like that. And like I said, she was with him for 10 years. So even though towards the end of that relationship, I think she wanted out, but she couldn't leave. He wouldn't allow them to leave. You know what I mean? I guess they knew too much, first and foremost. And second of all, like, who else is he going to get to do the stuff that she's been doing for all these years, right? Because this is what he was addicted to, allegedly. So I'm feeling like this. By her being 19, young and impressionable, she wanted to make it seem like she was his ride or die. And whatever he was down for, so was she. And I feel like it didn't start out with ex workers. I mean, they might have brought somebody here and there to join them, maybe in the room. And that was probably chill in the beginning, because she knew that's what he liked. Maybe she liked it too. You don't know. But I think when it started to get a little over the top with flying sex workers in, him sitting back, just watching. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't really say, but I feel like in the beginning it wasn't as intense as it was towards the end. And she didn't have to stay out of it the entire time, not wanting to be there. I feel like she just didn't at the end of the day, she didn't want to be there anymore. She didn't want to even participate in these things. And of course, Diddy developed an appetite for it. And it must have got bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Wasn't there. Thank God. I'm glad I wasn't on the crew that had to come in and set up all the hotel rooms, making sure they had all their lube and all their baby oil and lights and cameras set up, and then having to come in and clean all that crap up after they finish. I'm glad I wasn't a part of that. Ugh. I mean, it was a whole big production. He had developed such an appetite. He had a great big production, and it got out of hand. I feel like it didn't start out like that. According to Gene Deal, his old bodyguard mentioned that him and Kim used to do that. Invite people in their bed. Allegedly. I'm just, hearsay. This is hearsay from Gene Deal, who used to be his bodyguard prior to 2008, 2009. He was around Kim Porter and the like. And he said that that's how they got down. So that's what he liked. They did it to maintain the lifestyle. He kept them in the lifestyle that they liked being. And that was how she sacrificed. I'm sure she was taking care of Quincy. When she met her, she already had a son, right? By Albie Shore. I'm not sure how present Albie Shore was. I want to say he wasn't really much in his life when he was young. I think he's more in his life now than he was when back then when he was a baby. I don't know. I wasn't around, but I feel like that's what I've heard. Okay. So Kim, made sure she secured her bag and she had a kid by Diddy. That's what I'm thinking. She might have liked him. I don't know. And had twin daughters also. But I feel like she kept him with access to her because she got a surmountable amount for child support versus what Justin's mom got because she cut off all access to him. So these ladies that like the lifestyle, they get caught up in the lifestyle. And I guess it could be quite lavish, but what are you? I don't know if I need to be in that lifestyle to do stuff that I don't want to do. If I want to do it and I can, set the parameters and the guidelines of what I'm going to do and how far I'm going to do it, that's fine. But what we're not going to do is take illegal substances where I'm out of my mind, just laying with this one and that one, all these different types of different people. Or maybe they call it the same ex-worker. I don't know. But to my recollection, they weren't always the same. He had a type that he wanted, but it didn't always have to be the same person, I don't think. As long as they were dark skinned and they had BBCs. And long as Cassie painted her fingernails white, he liked to see the contrast of her fingernails on their dark skin. And whatever else he liked to look at while he sat in the corner and watched. Like his real live PORN movie, In the Flesh. That's what it gives me. You thought you had it going on that way. You didn't want to watch it just a regular tape like everybody else does. Just put something on. You wanted to see someone with your girlfriend, weirdo, and you wanted to sit there in the corner and watch. Now, I get that voyeurism is a thing. I get it. But why? Why? Just why? Anyway, bottom line, he wants to sue Cassie because he feels like Cassie was a participant, a willing participant. And that's his narrative. He's going out with that narrative. And I'm assuming if they feel like they can change the narrative and that she was a willing participant, that the video that we saw of him kicking her around will go away. Because regardless whether she was a willing participant or not, that, my dear, is uncalled for. And you should have been brought up on charges for that. Throwing objects at her, kicking her in the head, dragging her down the hall. In what world is that okay? I don't care if she was a willing participant of the FOs or not. That, all bets are off. And I'm out of here. Now, mind you, she might have still been a little groggy, and still a little bit under the influence when she tried to get away because she didn't think that through. What she should have did was walk down a couple of floors and then caught the elevator. He would have never caught her. But hindsight is 2020. I'm sure she thought about that after the fact. Anywho, what y'all think about them trying to change the narrative on Cassie? Now you're gonna sue her? What you gonna sue her for? For the money that you paid her? Within the next day after she threatened to go public with everything? After she filed her lawsuit? You're gonna go back and get the 30 million because you might need it probably, right? Lawyer fees and things. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. Everyone be blessed. Peace.